actually got a sunset. There's your Saturday night sunset. The cool thing is, a lot of it to the south of us, even southeast. So if Ron's outside and he looks up, that's what he'll see. Well, more than what I see. Becky had a big bag of garbage to come out, so I brought it out, and I guess I'll shut the shop lights off. I thought Ty did it. And in case she didn't, I was actually going to ask her to when she left. If she didn't, yeah, guess what? Now they're off. Ain't the first time, won't be the last. And, yeah, you already seen the Saturday night video, so when you see the Sunday night video, you know we just spent a bunch of time in the office today, too. Too much time in the office. And Becky misplaced everything on all our land rent, all the share stuff that I had figured up, because she wanted it done right away as soon as we were done making hay. So I spent the last hour going through my phone and figuring prices up again. It is what it is. Now she's got it again, and maybe she'll find the old one. See if I figured right this time or not, if she finds the old list. And they say it's time for dinner. Hey, we'll start with the moon. And then notice a little color tint. Our Sunday morning sunrise. That's about as good as the sunset last night, just better. Got to kind of babysit little dude here. I don't think she'll be too much of an issue. But those two a-holes were. Oh, little dude. Him and the one heifer that's supposed to go to Ty's. They may be going today just because. But hey, what that feeder looks like this morning. They flat out annihilated that sucker. There's still a lot of feed to the bottom of that, but we can get something going and get the calf barn cleaned today. We'll be on this tomorrow if it doesn't rain. If we can get something going. I mean, calf barn, all honesty, especially with doing the lockup section too, that's over a day job, depending on how things go. But I gotta finish feeding. Poor little shit. When I walked away from these idiots, they still had empty holes down there, and he was safe down here. I got the cows fed and I couldn't find him. I looked. I walked up and down. I counted heads. I come up one short, and he wasn't out there. That big nummy was over here. There was a big heifer in here, but somebody else slipped in too. And he was underneath where that one is. Kind of full of shit. Walking out fine, so he seems to be all right. And you know, he was looking so good for so long. He's kind of skinny, probably because there's too many in this pen, and he's the one that gets to suck hind teat. That's why he's probably headed out of here today. Not like I need to spend the time, but Maury's busy today and won't be able to do it. And Ty doesn't, I don't blame her either, doesn't trust the Tahoe to pull the trailer. If y'all remember what's happened to it a couple of times, and it just went back in because it had a hiccup, and they test drove it. They did everything. They put it on the computer and they can't find anything wrong with it. You know, Maury drove it in so they could test drive it and all that stuff, and worked fine for him. And Ty said yesterday it didn't have any hiccups at all, so. Freaking birds all over the skid steer. Oh, Blue did come down for breakfast. And in case you didn't notice, I'm a little late this morning. I don't know why. But I just, I guess that worked out just right. I wasn't inside having breakfast for the sunrise. Still not in having breakfast. I'm getting hungry. Probably should have showed you what I found before I fixed it. Downspout, pipe, goes into a short noodle. Kind of lets it scatter there. The end of that pipe was laying over there. I don't know why dipshit played with it. It's in Cowboy's run. That pipe hasn't been wiggled out of there in 20 or 30 years. It's back in there now, but it's not sitting right. It'll work. As long as he doesn't drag it back out again. And yeah, the orb is finally creeping up from the trees. And yep, that's right. Sunday morning chemtrails already going. Go figure. Oh well. I'll tell Cowboy what a bad boy he is. He's playing with the drainage. Huh? What do you think, buddy? What do you think? Here, if I go like this, boom. Oh, it didn't do it. Wrong way. Sorry about that. There we go. Tried to give him some more safeguard yesterday. Yes, he's a runny boy. He never did firm all the way up. Don't know why. But she noticed the same thing I did. He's been runny again, so when we were switching bins around in here yesterday, all these guys got safeguard. Mainly because you can't give the long range to the bulls. And we didn't give the long range to the steers because we didn't take them up where we could give them shots. So, and she said, oh, the last couple of days he's gotten that. I hadn't noticed that, but I have noticed that it's a bit runny and he's not out on grass. I came out, I thought it looked like there was some stuff scattered across there. Those pups. I mean, they already tore up. That's why we blocked this off. They tore up all the beds that were in there for the old dogs. I cleaned it up, shoved it all in there and shut the deal. Well, they've since got into it and dragged some out. They finally realized there was insulation on that old dishwasher. That's what they did last night when they were being so nice and quiet outside, not disturbing anyone. Yeah. We want some pups. Guaranteed they'll tear up anything you need torn up. I mean, they didn't have to do that.
Well, I'm thinking about it. That's what I did last time we hauled critters.
Maybe while it's out today, we'll try to straighten that up. She's trying to separate the two that are going to her house. And unfortunately, where we don't have an extra pin inside, it's all got to get done at that gate. Which one of them's right there. Little shit. Well, look you there. Little heifer and little shit. Need a gate where I'm standing, but it is what it is. As long as they just don't choose to go through me.
Come on, baby.
I told Ty they're gonna go that way. Owie, dude.
Piece of glass. Sorry, honey. There you go.
Yeah,
Good girl.
just like it was supposed to go.
Girl.
They're gonna get that little pen there for a little bit. It's big enough for the two of them for a day or two.
I was hoping I could call my girls in.
Looks like Maury's about ready to clean the barn again. He was gonna add on to this years ago and didn't. He really should have.
Well, the issue is going to be is it's concrete to
Yeah.
the bottom of those boards.
They actually got a curb clear along there. They did get everything dug out on the outside where the trees and the hump used to be, but that's more for parking.
Let's see if I can get my girls in.
Anybody remembers any video up here before the hump started in here? All this fresh gravel to here is where it was. And it went all the way back, planted with trees to the end, of course. That's what they did there. But, say with that concrete curb in there, it's kind of, you either got to knock it out or whatever. But that sure would be a lot better if that was all barn. Another thing you could do where most of his hay is not stored here, then they actually bring a lot in on the trailer and feed right off the trailer. He could just move that feeder out this way. But, oh, she's sneaking the last of the grain she's got with a bunch of,
full bag right next to you.
oh, bunch of chaff mixed in it, but they'll figure it out. Yeah, Ty's cows didn't want to come in,
Lazy bitches.
so they're just chilling out there,
That's Buffalo with his leg out, chewing his cud.
facing us, one laying down, closest to us. Then we zoom out, and there's Maury's little mini. He got that in his skid steer in a package deal, cheap. I think he's got all the bugs worked out of it now. Oh yeah, and his LS that he likes.
No. According to Blakely.
It's Blakely's tractor.
No, Bampa tractor.
Oh.
Bampa tractor.
Blakely want to ride it though.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll go back and see if we can get something done today before the day. Yep, that's what I was gonna do. Mind reader.
Well, these.
Well, dang, I was hoping I'd get you a shot of Mount Hood from here. But... oh wait, it's over there. I swear it's never in the same place twice when you come through this stretch of road. But yeah, you can see it. Or you could see it until the trees. Just had to look close. I'd zoom it in farther, but I can't at the moment. So I said that I'd really be bouncy. There it is. That's one thing that always drove me crazy in the mornings if I drove this way when we lived in town. Because some days it'd be over there, some days it'd be over there. It's like, how does that work? Something we do before and after spreading. This is just with diesel. We used to use motor oil. I was going to mix it, but I didn't get to her in time. That's her brand new.
This is actually made for the glue. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the glue for your mulch or your rocks or anything like that.
If you lay mulch and you don't want your dogs or whatever to make
or
a
you lay
mess of
rocks
it.
with your concrete little squares or stepping stones in
it's
it.
actually for the glue to put over that to hold it together, but it should hold up to this, I hope.
And if it holds
So,
up to fucking glue, it'll hold up to
she
this.
bought 2 of them. This one for our diesel mix that we use on these and the fertilizer spreader.
That fly should be dying.
Oh, he is. There's another one hiding down there along the wall now. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. It's got Dawn dishwashing liquid and water in it for cleaning stuff up. Yes, we use Dawn. Started using that when we used to farm up on the next hill over there. And it'd been a few years since we'd mowed around the edges. And the blackberries were out 40, 50 feet in a few places. And the blackberries were full of poison oak. So, didn't touch anything on the tractor or the mower. Brought it in here and had a gallon sprayer and mixed it up. And yeah, saves getting poison oak off of things. And this thing, I put a half gallon in it, brought it up above the sight glass a little bit. It was just below it. Just hasn't lost enough to drip on the ground. That top hose right there at this end is the culprit. I brought it back over here after getting the bucket on it, and I was looking from the top, and I thought I saw a drip, but I wasn't sure. And I didn't see anything. I go, well, shit. I come and looked under here, and there was a drip hanging there ready to go. So yeah, hose failure. Not bad, because to the best of my knowledge, those are the original hoses from 1984. So, anyway, somebody might say, oh, why do you do... Well, cow shit's hard on stuff. Douche everything down with the diesel and it helps protect it for a while. And also helps lubricate the chains a little bit, even though we're not getting the whole chain. We used to take a 5-gallon bucket of used oil in a coffee can, turn it on, and stand inside, pour it on the chains, and let it, if you're on a hillside like that, it gets the floor too, so you don't got to do too much of the floor. But a few years ago, we started just using straight diesel and spraying it on. It's quicker and easier. So, anyway, I'm kind of waiting for her to get this thing fired up, and everybody knows for some stupid reason that tire and this tire were low all summer. Last year, we found out that one had way too much calcium in it, as it was down a little bit, and I held the air chuck on there for like 20 seconds, and then it was way too high, and proceeded to dump about 3 or 4 gallons of calcium out of it before I could get the pressure down. So I don't know why it's low. I mean, there's no sign of leakage anywhere. I mean, hydraulic leaks, but that's another story. Something else I guess I should check is the hydraulic in this thing. And this one, I don't know why it's low, but it is. Oh, yeah. She found out it's got the pressure release on the side. Most all new ones have had that, but most of them break off, and that looks like a little better setup than most.
It's like when you go to start the 135. Make sure.
Yeah, make sure you turn the fuel on or it won't start. Yeah. It's spring loaded. You just flick it up and it drops in on its own. On the 135, that is. But I'm hoping that this looks good in here. And it does. So it's just going to be a matter of putting in. And yeah, I know that wheel don't look the best. I'm not going to mess with that. This is the only original wheel left on this tractor. We had to replace both fronts when we did tires. We got them to last that long. And this one we replaced when we got it. And the one thing I dislike about new wheels and the paint job they put on them nowadays, it all just flaked off on its own. So, at least it ain't rusting through yet. Things that irritate me. 5-gallon buckets of Hydran. I filled 4 1-gallon jugs. They're not beyond full. They're pretty much to the full mark. At just over 2 liters. And that's all I dribbled. So that's no freaking 2 quarts sitting in that little puddle. But what I got in my hand, I'm going to dump in this thing. Because we know she has leaks. We know she's low. I mean, at least we're not running the rake on it, so we're not using the hell out of the hydraulics at the moment. It's just got to run the PTO, which it dribbles around the seal.
Do not try to lick it up either, asshole.
But it dribbles around the seal, whether it's running or not. And the position this is sitting is it's over full, but keep in mind, this is the lowest corner, so it is way down. In this position, I got to get it up into the tube, which that's up into the tube with about a pint left. So realistically, that wasn't too bad. Could have been a lot lower, especially since I don't think I've checked it in a year. Well, I've probably checked it since then, but I haven't put any in it in probably a year. But no, that's my gripe. And yeah, granted, pouring it, there's still a little bit in that bucket, but between what I spilled and what's left in the bucket is not 2 frickin' quarts. And used to be, we'd fill 4 full ones and the other one would be just shy of full. Not anymore. Hell, let's see what she does. It's not bad. I'm gonna call that pretty damn good. Remember, we put some batteries in this one a few months ago. And since putting the batteries in, I think it's only been once I've had issue with the safety switch on the clutch. Otherwise, it's spun right over. And she usually doesn't like to fire right off when it's been setting for a little bit. And don't ask me how long it's been sitting here. All I know is she's got plenty of grass growing around her. Back one was fine. This one I gotta change out. What a bitch. Well, they're both ready to go. I was gonna clean up the top of the lane and do that tonight, but then I have to wash that thing so I can work on it tomorrow. I'm gonna park it. I'm supposed to have the hose in the morning, and we'll make a mess in the morning and then clean it up and then get it full of shit. And that's a lid off one of the protein tubs we used to get years ago. White plastic, you know, sunlight. It's been on top of our waste oil forever. It's finally busted too much. Another piece of tin, because Ty was getting some out of that, put in that sprayer. So she got the clumps. And we do actually have a screen on the top, but it's a gutter downspout screen. But anyway, that's our Sunday. I'm gonna park this and go in and put a video up. And hope that that hose shows up when it's supposed to in the morning. And yeah, I know I got the narrow bucket on because what I'm gonna start with back there is soup. And I need a little farther reach to dump it where I'm gonna dump it. I really wish I had one of those buckets that dumps like that. I got stuff to make one, I just haven't had the chance to do it. Yeah, it's kind of like getting another skid steer running. Hey, you gotta have time to do that shit. So anyway, hope you had a great Sunday. Hope everybody has a great Monday. And as always, we'll see what tomorrow brings.